we went to Northern Colorado, played a midweek last week to get Kate Gibson close to home, and had an interesting thing happen on the way out. First of all, we were really pleased that we got the sweep there. We were down in a second set late, came back, and I felt like it just totally switched the momentum for us to get the sweep. It's always nice to win in three, especially on the road. North Colorado is going to win a lot of matches, especially in their league this year. They were picked second in their league. So we had chartered a plane there, and on the way out, it was dark at the airport, and somehow our bus ran into our plane, and our plans quickly changed from being home on Tuesday night to coming back on Wednesday. That was also the plane that soccer was using to get to Gainesville the next day. So I don't know. I sent a text to Lynette and said, asked her if she would write the foreword of my book that I'm going to write about my years at Ole Miss and all the crazy stuff that's happened since I've been here. So that'll be a chapter, the bus hitting the plane. And so we come back. We were supposed to go to Orlando, and because of the hurricane down there and some information that we had early in the week, I just didn't feel at peace about sending our student athletes there. And with us being gone a couple days to Colorado, I felt like we needed to act quickly and not try to make a decision when we got back and potentially lose a weekend. So South Alabama, who was supposed to go play at Miami, agreed to come up. And they have a nice team. And because of the bus/plane incident, we lost 2 days of practice going into our Friday night match. And we lost a close one, had 2 match points in the 5th set, and fought off a match point, I think 2 or 3 match points before we had our chances, and lost a disappointing 18-16 in the 5th, and had a good bounce back on Saturday to win in 4. And Emily Stroup had a really good week. She continues to play really well for us. Nayo Warnell had to sit out Tuesday night with an injury, and then she came back and played really nice over the weekend, hit over 500 for the weekend. And both of our setters did a really nice job. Jordan Fate, Lauren Bars. And one thing, sometimes it's tough from a stat standpoint to get them in the conversation because we run a 2-setter system. So typically they don't have these huge numbers that get thrown out there, after a game. But they both made great decisions, both very competitive players, and have helped us off to a great start at 9-4. We are going into SEC week, first week of SEC play, and have a very good Auburn team on Friday. They've played a really tough schedule and done well in that. It's a tough matchup for us. Turn around and play Alabama, who I believe is 10-2 at this point, on Sunday. We get to open up at home, get a full week of practice. We feel confident with our team that if we can steady out and play consistent, that we will be competitive and can beat anybody in the league, but yet we have yet to show that we can even sometimes stay consistent within the same match. So, but we have a great group of young ladies that are working really hard, great attitudes. They want to get better. The culture, in my opinion, has changed immensely from the first 3 years to this year, and we're feeling really good as we go into SEC. Any questions?
Who are the teams that beat in the SEC, you think?
Florida. I think and that's typically number 1 on the list every year. They're undefeated. I don't know what, there's a 7, 8-0, 9-0, and at least 6 of those are top 15 type teams, and they're very good this year. Kentucky's very good this year. Those are our 2 top 25 teams right now. Texas A&M has played a really tough schedule. They have a losing record, but watching them, they're a good team. I think there's a lot of teams that on any given night we're going to be able to beat each other depending on who brings it. So, but as far as top two, I think it's between Florida and Kentucky.
Did you see the playing thing unfolding as it happened, or were you
I had my back turned and I could hear, I mean, the plane was running. You could hear the engine, and as we were pulling up, I mean, I had my back against the seat in front of me standing up talking to somebody, so I felt the jolt. And I thought we had hit, because typically when you go into those airports, you know, they have like, I don't know what's it called, the thing that comes down and up for you to go in and out of the parking lot. I thought we had run into that, you know, but then by the reaction of the pilot, I could tell it was probably a little bit worse than that. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. But Ronaldo was sitting in the front seat, and later on he did say, he said, I couldn't see it either. There weren't, I mean, it was pretty dark. I don't know why you'd want to try to get that close in the first place, but yeah,